Hey, what's going on, Exiles? I got a build here for you guys that I want to go over. This is going to be my BoneStorm Lich. I just ran through and did a fresh start HCSSF with this end of 0.4. Took it all the way to RB, died because I pre-rolled too hard. But that being said, build was really good, and I think it would be great league start for 0.5 if you want to do something a little different maybe than what everyone else is doing. So we're gonna be using bone spells on this, which gives us a really high crit. Nothing really changed here with 0.5, so it should feel good from the start. Obviously it is HCSSF friendly. You got a very good single target with BoneStorm, and it starts strong. You get BoneStorm at level 5 skill gem, so level 14, so you don't have to wait long to get the build online. And it actually might be a little stronger with 0.5. You will lose some of the ES nodes as far as your faster start and the amount of regen you get. But, you know, that's just going to be how ES is going to feel a little different overall. That being said, you know, we were easily able to get under 2-second restart with this build before, so it won't be that hard to get it in the future as well. Now, the downside of this build would be the clear is a little slower. You're going to be using Bone Cage with Cascade, so it's going to put 3 cages out, and once you get Explode, it gets a little faster, but it's still never going to be full screen clear kind of thing. Now for gear, this is literally the gear I had on a fresh run HCSSF. So we have Reaping Staff. You're just going to go for as much gain as much spell damage, and as many plus to all skills as you can get. Obviously, if you can get a hold of Aziri's Disdain, this is free damage for us, or free damage reduction for us as a Lich. You just get 10% damage bypasses ES, which is, again, free with our Ascendancy. For your Ami, try and get something with all spells on it, as well as Spirit. You're going to need a little extra Spirit to run all of our auras here. Just going to be an ES chest. Same for the gloves. Same for the boots, nothing crazy there. And just resistances, whatever new mods are available in 0.5, you know, you might be able to get some more DPS on these slots here. Now, as far as abilities go, like I said, it's going to be Bone Cage and BoneStorm. BoneStorm is the heavy lifter for single target. We're going to use Burgeon 2, which is going to give you damage as you channel. Considered casting. Now, this one, we lose cast speed, which we generally don't want to do, but the more damage is just too strong not to take it. And so we're going to grab this. Momentum is going to be as you move doing channeling BoneStorm, you're going to get more damage with it. Zenith, this is how one of the reasons we're going to want to keep our mana up is so we can take advantage of the Zenith damage, and then concentrated area for, again, more damage. As you can see, there's a theme here, and it is more damage. For Bone Cage, we're going to run Spell Cascade. That's going to give us the triple Bone Cage. Zenith again as well. Consider casting again. Now on this, we are going to throw rapid casting back on here because we do want pretty good speed for casting on Bone Cage so that you stay fairly mobile. You're going to be moving through packs. And as you do that, as long as you have good cast speed, they won't be able to hit you. Now, I didn't actually have a 5th socket for my Bone Cage. I never got it perfect for this one. But you can put Physical Mastery, anything that's going to be just a damage increase. You're going to need Blasphemy. Now, I chose to use Temporal Chains. We need this for our Explode. Temporal Chains is really good on HCSSF because it's just going to slow everyone down. They're not going to hit you as easily. Plus the pen, it really makes you a very defensive-oriented character, just the area around you. Magnified Area, and then Mysticism, so we get more spell damage when we have ES. Then we're running Sigil of Power, and we're going to drop that down with our Chiming Staff when we're on single-target bossing. Thunderstorm, now obviously they took Shock Conduction 2 out, but we're going to be using Thunderstorm to trigger Living Lightning. Living Lightning, while it's not going to do really any damage by itself, it's going to hit the target with an attack ability, and what that's going to do is it's going to pull out the Impales that BoneStorm put on there. So we'll extract those with Living Lightning, which means Living Lightning will actually do a lot of damage. And then you could use Commiserate Overcharge tech, but I don't know if this tech will actually be very good without Shock Conduction 2, so be careful with that. Convalescence is just to start your ES, and we put Duration on there so it lasts longer, cooldown recovery so it's faster, and then I used Mysticism 1 and Clarity 1 for some extra support gems here. Now obviously you can see we have a lot of Spirit being used through these, so if you don't get Spirit on your amulet, it's okay, just drop some of these as you need to. So passive tree is Going to be changed a little bit with what they've done as far as, again, the ES nodes are not as strong as they were, but pretty basic tree. We'll have a link to the Mobiletics here below, but pretty basic tree. You're just kind of going to go up, go through damage nodes, through crit nodes. You're going to grab some ES over here, more ES, more crit. We'll go straight up the middle, and we'll grab more ES over here and more cast speed crit here. This is a really important node for us, which is going to be break armor on crit. So once we get enough crit online, we're just going to self break armor. Then we're going to go up here and grab more ES, more fizz nodes, ES, crit, and then some more ES nodes over here. And then we're going to go down towards the monk side and grab crit nodes, this huge crit cluster as well. For your ascendancy, pretty easy. We're going to grab first enemies explode for blasphemy. We're going to grab soulless form, which is going to make sure our mana regens off of life. And then we'll get eternal life with that, which means your life can't change while you have ES. So this is why you'll see a lot of damage bypasses on the build. So it's just free damage as long as you have ES. Now, for your first ascendancy, you probably go really whatever you want. I actually think I went for the jewel. And then once you get your second ascendancy, you can respec out of this and grab both of these so you have eternal life. You don't want to grab this by itself because it does give you damage bypasses energy shield, which can be very bad for hardcore if you're not paying attention. As far as how it plays, like I said, you're going to run through with Bone Cage. There's no astral projection, so you're just going to run through the packs close to them. You're going to pin them, and you're going to hit them with Temporal as you're running through. And when you get to single target, you drop your Sigil, Thunderstorm, and then spam it with BoneStorm. For leveling, use Essence Drain with your Bone Cage for single target until you get BoneStorm. Don't be afraid to grab a Scepter with a wand, depending on what kind of wand you have, and you can grab some Skeleton Warriors for that, just for a little extra cannon fodder, so you're not taking as much damage. And just drop it whenever you feel comfortable gear-wise. We're using, again, just to go over it, we're using bone spells because they have a massive crit base, and that lets us get really, really high crit. Lich obviously is really good defensively. Oh, I don't think I actually said the last ascendancy, but on your last ascendancy, you're gonna grab Necrotic Conduit or Necromantic Conduit. So this is gonna give us Unholy Might. You will need a little bit of ES regen. As you'll see, I grabbed Open Mind here. So that helps us stay at full mana, so we're still being able to take advantage of Zenith. That's pretty much it for the build. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like I said, I just did a run with it on HCSSF. Fresh start. It did great. Went all the way to RB. We didn't waste a lot of time on gear, and we did massive damage to him. The only reason we died is a little bit of a misplay on my part. Well, you know, it wasn't a misplay. I had to pre-roll. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to stop by the stream. We stream every day on Twitch. I start at 8 a.m. PST, run till about 3 o'clock p.m. PST. So, yeah, thank you again, and good luck in 0.5. We'll see you out there, Exiles.